There's a big shakeup happening at the Social Security Administration. A new commissioner is taking over and is going to bring big changes to the Social Security organization that is already under a lot of stress this year. I am going to bring you the details. My name is Kwame Kwade. I am a personal finance expert for 15 years. We've been working to help seniors get the retirement benefits they deserve. We have covered topics on Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, food stamps, and more, and now we are adding video. I am also an adjunct professor. I teach finance to graduate students at one of the most prestigious universities in the United States. If you're new here, we appreciate your support. Please hit the like button and the subscribe button. And as always, we want to know where you're watching this broadcast from. Go in the comment section, do me a favor, and let me know your city and your state. But let's dive into this breaking news that's happening. The Senate has confirmed the new Social Security Administrator or the new commissioner, and he's coming in and has a big mandate to make a lot of changes to this organization. And I am going to go through it all over the news here, and I want to bring you what this means for you. So Frank Bisignano confirmed as Social Security Commissioner. The Senate confirmed him he's a former banking executive, actually. So he's very well suited in the financial space and is coming in as the new Social Security Commissioner and in a closely divided Senate vote of 53 to 47. But what does it mean for you? After months of turmoil at the Social Security Organization, where there's been a lot of temporary commissioners, and Elon Musk and his Doge team has come in running rampant and just trying to cut everything they could find. Now we have some idea of where the organization is going to head. The Social Security Administration, as you may know, delivers 73 million payments every month to seniors and people with disabilities and low income families, mostly affected by what has happened in the agency in the last few months. So now that the new commissioner is coming in, it's important to learn what does this mean for you and your benefits. Well, the new commissioner served in Fiserv, which is a financial services giant. He was a CEO, a company that processes over $2.5 trillion in payments daily, and he previously held top roles at JP Morgan Chase and Citigroup. Now, he was raised in a working class family, multi generational immigrant household, and he cites his father's 46-year federal career as shaping his respect for public service. In his Senate confirmation, Bisignano emphasized that putting beneficiaries first and ensuring timely, accurate payments are his top priorities. And he aims to lower the SSA's error rate. That is one of the things that has been plaguing the organization for a long time. And he's trying to make sure that mistakes that are being made, where improper payments are being made to the tune of $71.8 billion in the 7 year period from 2015 to 2022, become a thing of the past. And then he also wants to deal with overpayments. Overpayments often leave beneficiaries owing large sums of money. And if you've been paying attention to the news recently, they wanted to take 100% off your check and use it to pay any money you owe the Social Security Administration in overpayment until it was all paid off. And then they back down and they change it to 50%. But that's still a substantial amount of money. And so one of his priorities is to deal with this overpayment issue that has been devastating seniors, and then provide a more humane approach, to recovering funds. Because if somebody owes the Social Security Administration, sometimes through the faults of the Social Security Administration, taking half of their money or almost all their payments, their Social Security fixed income payment, it's a very, very, I might say, a very harsh thing to do. And so it's good that we can see that he's trying to focus on addressing that. Now, he's also going to address the current wait times. If you've been paying attention to the news, people have been reporting longer wait times on Social Security phones. Some have reported 3 to 4 hour waits, and that's no joke. So he's saying that 20 minutes is unacceptable. Well, that is majority of Social Security calls, people waiting more than 20 minutes. So he plans to use artificial intelligence, AI, to help staff members answer questions faster and reduce call wait times to under a minute. That will be a feat. If they can work so hard to get Social Security calls to be answered in under a minute, where you call the Social Security Administration and a human is going to pick up in less than a minute, that'll be amazing. He also pledged to investigate and shorten the 7-month average wait time for disability benefit decisions. And those who are applying for disability benefits and have been waiting years to get a decision, this is welcome news, and it's going to help make sure that if you're applying for this critical benefit, and not only SSI benefit, but SSDI, where people have paid into the Social Security system, they are now unable to work because of a disability and are trying to apply for benefits that they've paid into, and sometimes can take years, 2 to 3 years for some people to get a decision. And meanwhile, they wait with no money, no job, and have to suffer through this experience. So the fact that he wants to take a look at this is very important. And then also safeguarding benefits and privacy. He mentioned that there's no plans to privatize Social Security. He assured lawmakers he does not support privatizing Social Security, which should be a welcome news, stating, I don't see this institution as anything other than the government agency that gets run for the American public. That's some welcome news. A federal judge has blocked DOJ from accessing sensitive Social Security data, and the new commissioner has promised to do whatever is required to protect information that is private. Why is that important? Well, Elon Musk wants to get access to everybody's private information with the Social Security Administration for his cost-cutting rampage. And so a judge has blocked it, and the new commissioner is saying that he's going to do everything in his power to make sure that your information that is private remains private. And then he wants to restore the agency's trust. There's a lot of mistrust of the Social Security Agency, especially this year, with all the changes that are happening. And it did not seem like there was a clear plan to do anything. Today, it's 10% collection for overpayments. Tomorrow, it's 100%. Today, it's 50%. You have no idea. Tomorrow, they say the offices are closed. You cannot make a phone call for something, and then they say they've changed their mind, or they're closing offices, and then Congress pushes back, and then now they're opening those same offices. Like, you cannot keep up with all these changes. So by distancing himself from controversial changes and focusing on privacy, the new commissioner aims to rebuild confidence among seniors and low-income beneficiaries. So what are the challenges that he faces? Well, the first one is staff cuts that may hurt. The Social Security Administration is reducing its workforce by 7,000 employees, which could mean even longer waits and less personal help for seniors and people with disabilities. Advocates worry this will make it harder for people to resolve problems or get answers. So that's one issue he can focus on. And then uncertain impact of policies that have already happened before he even got there. While some changes may improve efficiency, others will make it harder for access or beneficiaries to access benefits or appeal decisions. It's important to stay informed and speak up if you experience problems with the Social Security Administration. And then there is public pressure and feedback have already led to major policy rollbacks, like I told you, with the overpayment thing that they rolled back, like restoring seniors' ability to make phone calls to the Social Security Administration and get certain services, which was taken away a few months ago. It is now back. So hopefully you'll see more of these changes being restored back as the new commissioner takes over and reviews everything and realizes that a lot of damage has been done that should not have been even done in the first place, or steps have been taken that were avoidable. What seniors and beneficiaries should expect. If the new commissioner plans to succeed, seniors could see more accurate payments, faster service, and less risk of overpayment bills. Lawmakers and advocacy groups continue to monitor Social Security changes, urging the new commissioner to prioritize beneficiaries and resist harmful restructuring. Seniors and families should watch for updates, use SSN resources, or watch a program like ours where we bring you the latest news and updates, anything in and out of Congress that is going to affect your Social Security, Medicare, and other government benefits that are essential to seniors, like food, stamps. Now let's talk about Medicare. If you are turning 65 in a few months or this month, you need to pay attention to this. And if you are already on Medicare plan and are happy with it, or you didn't know that you could get on a better plan, I have good news for you. As you may already know, a lot of seniors are in the wrong Medicare plan. And how does that happen? Is because there is so much to choose from. Choosing from 24,000 plans and trying to find the one that is in your local area that will best fit your budget, your circumstances, the doctor network you need to be in, the prescription drugs you need covered, it can be a daunting thing. And you usually need an advocate. But the Trump administration recently sued Medicare advisory companies that were defrauding seniors or misleading seniors into buying plans they did not need. And so, having said all that, we have partnered with an amazing organization called Chapter Medicare. Their plan is to help you understand Medicare, make it simple so that you can figure out what plan is best for you, choose the right plan, and then get the maximum out of your benefits. And these guys understand Medicare because it's personal for some of them. Here's one of the co-founders. He watched his parents struggle to navigate the process of choosing a Medicare plan and wind up paying premiums that were hundreds of dollars a month more than they ought to have been. He realized what a terrible experience the whole process was and decided to do something about it. Another co-founder wrote a leading book on Medicare. These guys know in and out how this process works, but they're coming from it from an advocacy perspective. They want to be your advocate when you sign up for Medicare. So here's what he has to say. He said, when I first started my job as a Medicare advisor, I discovered that many Americans are getting misled into buying the wrong plans. Remember those guys that got sued? This was what they were doing simply because no one took the time to sit them down and explain what was going on. So, Chapter Medicare is going to help you figure out the best plan for you, and then they can help you pick the one that fits your needs. They can save you a lot of money, $1,100 on average, and they offer free unbiased advisory to you. They don't pay their agents to push certain plans for the insurance companies. They're paying the agents to advocate for you. And when you call them, here's another example of a review that just came out for somebody that used Chapter. I can't praise Chapter and Shannon Davis enough. Shannon acknowledged knowledge and professionalism, and the most importantly, compassion towards me in a very frantic situation was beyond words. Shannon treated me like a family member and was able to keep me calm and with minimal tears shared after learning that my biopsy results came back positive for cancer and my current Medicare insurance wasn't going to be accepted at Memorial Sloan Cancer Center in New York City. To say I was devastated was putting it mildly, especially since I just moved there 6 months ago and had to get new health insurance at the time. Shannon went above and beyond to find a new insurance plan for me, even though the window period to change insurance had closed. That's what they can do for you. I'm thrilled to report that as of May 2025, I was approved for the new insurance plan to begin May 1st, 2025. This is happening now. And with the help of many, I am now scheduled for my surgery on May 9th at MSK in New York City. Bottom line, don't hesitate to use Chapter. You will be happy you did. Be well, everyone. God bless. So this is a real person that just used the benefit like a few days ago, and we're bringing you this amazing testimony for you to see that these guys have a heart for this. Call them at 539-205-2147 or go to the website askchapter.org/insider. And these are the people you're going to be talking to when you call them. They're going to do exactly what the other person talked about. They're going to review every Medicare option, including detailed information about which doctors, specialists, and prescription drugs and hospitals are covered and what copays cost, and then compare the plan to Medicare and help you pick the best plan for you. They are highly rated by the Better Business Bureau. And you just watch me read a 5-star review that came from somebody that has actually used the service fairly recently. So call Chapter. They can make a big difference in your Medicare experience. So call them today. And that's all I have for you today. If you like what you heard, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you tomorrow in the next video.